up. Hey, yo. Wait, hold on. Okay, it's not recording. Just streaming. There's still occasional frame drops. Hold on. Stress test time. If I lower the resolution to lower amount of hertz. Wait, no, higher amount of hertz, right? I forgot. Is lower hertz like a... I forgot if lower hertz is better than higher hertz. I thought like hertz was the amount of time it takes to ping. So lower hertz would be smaller. I don't know. Alright, I'll keep this new resolution. Oh, I just realized it's unlisted. Oh. Oh. Hold on, let me link it. Let me link the stream. The Pinoli summoning ritual has been completed. I'm still getting frame drops, but I'm gonna try anyway. I haven't played Hollow Knight in like over 4 months. And I still haven't beaten this thing, so I'm just going to go back and stream it. Is the stream quality okay? On my end, it's like hiccuping a lot, and I really hope that's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, I will definitely need it. Don't mind me, just gonna snag a free heal here. The frame skipping is really scary. What's funny is I just did this off stream. Yeah, OBS makes the game lag. It's freezing up. Yeah. I might have to do something a little less computer intensive. I recently came into possession of a really good PC lately. I'm just still using my laptop because it has like all my old files and stuff. Once I get that ported over, I'll be able to stream much better games. For now, though, I might have to stream something a little less computer intensive because playing Hollow Knight with frame dropping is terrifying. It feels like the entire arena is a slip and slide. It's kind of funny and awesome, though. That'd be a hilarious, like, hilarious speedrunner challenge. Playing Hollow Knight with extreme lag. Connect 4 stream. Hold on, I'm gonna dip. Unfortunately, no Hollow Knight. I'm gonna edit the title then. That's unfortunate, I'm sorry. I really wanted to play Blasphemous on stream because it's much less computer intensive, but there's like a lot of nudity. I just went back and played it again before stream, and I'm like, oh my gosh. There's a full pixelated penis on that guy. Can't stream that. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I tried. Oh, I forgot, I gotta do something cool. Are you ready to see me metamorphosize? Are you ready? Here goes nothing. I have ascended. Behold my true form. Hold on, I'm trying to get like Aesoprite open or something. I turned RTX on. Alright, I'm gonna be playing some copyright-free music because I can't get DMCA'd by UMG anymore. I need my YouTube live stream re-uploads to be visible to all 2 people who watch them. Oh hey, there's a playlist with a Hollow Knight thumbnail. It was meant to be. Not Hollow Knight, but the playlist. Poor Hollow Knight. I love Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's an awesome game. You know what? Nah. I'm playing Deltarune music. Deltarune music goes hard. Oh my gosh, I just realized how quiet it is. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's not even being picked up by OBS, it's that quiet. Oh, it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud or something. Sorry, hold on, getting OBS to work with Aesoprite. Yeah, this song goes so hard, I love it. What's funny is when I first played through the game, I didn't even notice the song. Like, I thought it was a cool song and all, but like, I didn't really notice it because I was too busy bopping my head to Cyberworld. Oh. Now the entire stream is Aesoprite. But later on I refound this song and I just couldn't get it out of my head. It's so good. Hold on, I'm gonna... Aesoprite takeover. Hold on. I'm trying to make Aesoprite smaller. It's too big. Hold on, hold on. Sorry, I haven't streamed in a while. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, why is the chat chroma keyed? What? I just realized the chat is chroma keyed. It's transparent underneath. I didn't mean to do that. That's cool though. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Such a good song. I'll just here's my drawing tablet. What am I doing? Transform crop. Where's crop? There's no crop in the transform, like, right-click section. Bro. I'll just fit to screen, and then... Actually, I have an idea. Transform, fit to screen. I just move this side off. That side never existed. It's only the right side. Everybody gangster on pixel art, or everybody on pixel art gangster till they add a... Yeah, I feel you. I feel like that's why a lot of kids aren't getting better at pixel art. I mean, not like their art sucks or any of that. I mean, like, a lot of kids are busy playing with stamps. That'd be a hilarious, like, video series. Getting, like, a child on pixel art to use Aceprite or Photoshop. Hey, what's up? What's up, Naden? Welcome to the stream. Oh, this is copyrighted. Nope. Nope. I love me some good kid songs, but nope. Nope. YouTube really has it out for me with the autoplay. They keep autoplaying so much copyrighted stuff. Who am I? You don't speak English? That's alright. That's alright. I appreciate you coming here anyway. Hold on, putting on some music. Stuff that won't get me smitten by UMG Studios. Just gonna play the whole Deltarune OST. I ain't taking any risks. Who am I? I'm Tenji. I am Internet Man. Oh, come on. I have the worst cable management. It's like I'm living in a constant sea of black spaghetti. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna edit the stream title to something else because Hollow Knight didn't work. From Top G to Tenji. Yo no hablo español. Sorry, I can't speak Spanish. I'm trying to remember how to say thank you. But thank you. Gracias. You always pronounce my name as 10 small pause G instead of 10G. People get really tripped up by my name. The Rock visited Brazil? That's dope. Oh, it's Portuguese. Oh. Oh yeah, I ascended. I look different now. Oh, I just remembered, I also have, like, other forms. This is me when I'm old or tired, and someone in chat is making me explain something that makes me feel old. Here's me when I'm hyped, when I'm screaming and the mic is just peaked. and then this is just normal. And I can devolve at will to to MS Paint Tenji. As I keep streaming, I'll add more maybe. Sorry, I need to pull up the Aseprite file. And I'll just do some Pixel Forge shenanigans for today, I guess. Where's the pen? There it is. Alright, I was working on these fire ones. Recently I actually cleared through the little corners here because I just realized that the what's it called? Anti-aliasing doesn't work like that. So, to explain what I'm doing here, these are magic type attack shenanigan thingamajigs. And basically I want to have 2 sets of each element. There's like the earth and plant, ice and water type stuff. Then there's fire and lightning. Down here we got like mana and wind, just generic stuff like that. Ah, crap, I'm out of water. So, lightning time. I keep forgetting, like, if I should use my drawing tablet or if I should use a mouse and keyboard. Draw a bowl of soup. I will later. I will later. I'll just work on the lightning attacks for now. Wait, hold on. I forgot to add a layer. There we go. Man, it's been so long since soup time. That's kind of crazy to me, though. Chicken soup? Chicken noodle soup. I'll compromise with you there. Chicken noodle soup. Yeah, Soup Time was the prime of my channel. It's only been downhill since then. Yeah, chicken noodle soup is just goated. I just remembered, I actually got a recent, like, just massive supply of chicken noodle soup. I might unironically eat that on stream sometime. Chicken soup slaps so hard. Look at that tasty, tasty banding. Mmm, delicious. Dude, I remember showing one of my friends Deltarune for the first time. Do I make monthly shipments? No, we just, my family's usually very very, what's the word, introverted. Like, we don't like to go outside very much. So whenever we do get groceries, we like buy everything in bulk. And we come back with like just tons of groceries all at once. And we just happened to get a bunch of chicken noodle soup recently. You know what, I don't like this, what's it called, design here. You know, I'm gonna save it for later down here or something. I want to make sure that this is different from this ability right here. More of a Mixels guy, that's fair. Mixels are pretty sick. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, there's this awesome time. Basically, there's this pixel artist on the Pixel Art official Discord server called Turtle Eye, who somewhat recently got verified as a featured artist there. And basically, they posted a drawing one time of like a really cool sprite, except they used Mixels. And for whatever reason, people just assume, or some, I say people, but more like a couple dinguses just immediately assumed they were a beginner pixel artist who didn't know what they were doing, and started to condescendingly explain to them why Mixels are bad in every way. It was hilarious, because like this person's an actual featured artist. It was awesome. I love the pixel art community. I love it. Not gonna lie, I've condescended to people like that on accident as well. It's a good thing to recognize and just challenge about yourself, I suppose. I just thought it was funny. It was so funny. Actually, all Mixels are bad. And then it's just Turtle Eye, a pixel art god. Yellow. Same thing happened on low spec, but with dithering. Some guy argued dithering had no practical purpose. Yeah. Yeah, I've met those people as well. It's just, I guess I'm not really one to complain, considering I also participated in, the elitism of pixel art. But it is funny. It is funny. What are Mixels? I'll explain this real quickly. So basically, I am drawing on a 1x1 pixel grid right here. So I can just paint with individual pixels right here. Now what if I randomly, for no reason, decided to, I say no reason, but there's a lot of good reasons to do this, but shift from one size of pixel to another. So instead of drawing with 1x1s, I'm drawing with 2x2s, like this. You'll often see Mixels to a lesser extent when people are drawing like thick clusters. They'll just like draw a thin little line here. Actually, they'll draw like a line going straight down, and in places where they want to bulk up, they'll often place double pixels like that. So it's technically Mixels because it's 1x1 pixels up here, and then 2 chunks of 2x2 down here, and then one right there. You can also change their color and whatnot. I'll change this one red for hue shifting purposes. That's technically Mixels right there, because it actually separates these two. But like, basically Mixels, just mixing 2 different pixel sizes on the same drawing. It's not as bad as people say it is, because most people are inclined to believe that all Mixels are bad, especially given the older mentality some people seem to have when it comes to pixel art technique. And I'm guilty of this myself, by the way. I have no room to speak down to people like this. It's just kind of a thing that happens in the pixel art community, yeah. So yeah, Mixels are dope. If you want to use Mixels, make sure you know what you're doing beforehand, but even if you do, you'll still probably get some weird complaints from people who don't understand what you're going for. Oh, I just realized I used white pixels. I forgot that white pixels are reserved for the ultimate moves, like this one. There we go. Just trying to create a funny shock effect. They almost always look really good. True. From my experience, it's because the only people willing to quote-unquote break the rules and try Mixels are people who are really experienced. Most people who are pretty inexperienced with pixel art will just assume that breaking the pixel art laws or the pixel art rules in any sort of way immediately makes the piece bad. Once you kind of free yourself of that mentality, though, it's pretty goated. I suck at using Mixels, though, so I couldn't make it work. I'm trying to make it, like, too uneven. Or too even, I should say. 2, 3. 2, 3. Funny thing about lightning is it likes to go all over the place. Alright. Now I'll slowly shade in from the outside. I'll keep certain pixels like this lightened up so that way they can contrast a bit more. It gives the messy feeling of the lightning a little better. They can look out of place depending on how the clusters work, but it's always clean. Yeah. I feel ya. You've started using more curve dithering? Yeah, that curve dithering is dope. For the longest time, I called it Dimitri dithering because I didn't realize that it's just a common technique that everyone should learn. I just assumed that Dimitri Deceiver was the only person to do it. Yeah, Dimitri dithering. I still call it Dimitri dithering out of habit, but it's still good to call it like cross-hatching or painterly dithering and stuff like that. I like to name every technique I personally come across or discover from another artist. So a lot of my techniques end up having really weird names, like pebbling or geometrical, what was it? I forgot what the word, implied geometry, that's what it was. Implied geometry. But yeah, using paint strokes to dither is really good, really good. That's an amazing skill I wish I learned earlier on. Because a lot of my early dithering, pretty scuffed. No shade on dithering in general, by the way, it's just, if you don't know how to use all forms of dithering, when you stick to just one, it ends up sticking out like a sore thumb sometimes. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. You actually have no idea what they mean when it says, or when they say, it the insert pixel artist thing here, dithering. Yeah. I feel ya. I call it Dimitri dithering because there's this really cool artist. I'll pop up some, actually I don't think I can. But they're a really cool artist on Twitter. They're like some Russian guy who's been drawing pixel art for the past 15 years, and they're really good at the cross-hatching and stuff. So when I discovered how to cross-hatch in pixel art any amount of success. I discovered it because of them. So that's why I personally call it Dimitri Dithering, because that's how I found out about it. Even though people have been doing it long before Dimitri Deceiver. Like, as far back as 2006, people have been doing that kind of cross-hatching on pixel art. Oh, crap, I just realized I used the bucket tool. Alright, now I'll add little sparky sparks, because this looks a bit too neat. Time for some chaos. You know, I'm gonna go for just noisy chaos. I don't care if it's noisy. Allegedly, modern pixel art has been around since the 1700s. True. Like, cross-stitching has been a thing since ancient times. And, like, tiles. Like, I remember going to a modern art exhibit, and I saw this, like, or not modern art exhibit, it was just an art exhibit. An art museum, if you will, but there was a tile piece on the ground, and it had actual, like, anti-aliasing from, like, what was it, the early 1900s? So it's like 1830 something. Dude, people have been anti-aliasing for decades. Or centuries. Cross-hatching was invented in 500 BC. I wouldn't be surprised. I remember I went back and looked for the ancient languages when making these runes down here. And while studying these for the most ancient symbols, it was this one and a hashtag that were oddly enough like the first inscribed like symbols ever. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty cross-hatched to me. Hashtag? More like cross-hatch. Got him. Yeah, humans are smart. They've been doing cool stuff with art since, like, the caveman ages. Mixel. Well, yeah, technically line weight is mixels. You're just using more atoms in this place than the other. Mixels IRL. Unironically though, I think Mixels are actually like a Lego franchise. They're like little creatures with like eyes, and like you can break them apart and put them back together in different forms. And they had like their own TV show and stuff. I don't know why I remember that, but every time I hear Mixels, I get that quick flashback in my head. I'm like, these are Legos. People are making pixel art with Legos now. I think I saw someone post a shitpost about that recently on pixel art as well. So it's kind of been more hot in my mind. Oh, pizza? Heck yeah. I'll take plain pepperoni. Patty pizza, I didn't even realize that. Pizza party time. This is gonna be so noisy, but I feel like that's important for conveying chaos. I want it to look like there's just like a burst of lightning, crackle, sparkle effects, zappity zap zap. Pixel artist when they use plutonium in his alloy instead of molybdenum. Good grief, I'm illiterate. Good grease. Me when I put a little too much plutonium into Demon Core. I've been seeing a lot of memes lately where like people take photos of very, very radioactive objects. It's like, why can't I take a clean photo of this? And you look at it, it's just like a normal photo, except it's covered in noise particles from all the gamma rays blasting through the camera. Good gravy. I saw this one, it was like cobalt isotope 135 or something. And I'm like, why can't they take a clean photo of this? That'd be a hilarious present for like a chemistry nerd. You just get them like a chocolate sculpture of cobalt 135. Like, dude, I just found this really cool stuff. You want to try some? Just take a bite out of it right in front of them, making complete eye contact. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's already made that. Alright, that'll be it for the lightning for now. USB device not recognized. Why don't you ask its name, stupid computer? Dumb computer. Doesn't even recognize a USB. Oh, come on. I keep remembering that my drawing tablet has like a broken plug, and I had to use tweezers and a knife to slowly piece together the broken plug. So I'm like drawing on a tablet that's like hooked up by like just wires. If you were a chemistry nerd, you'd want blue rock candy, in parentheses crystal meth. That'd be hilarious, like a hilarious thing you do for Halloween. Get someone to dress up as Jesse, someone shaves their head, dresses up as Walt, and they just like make blue rock candy in little plastic baggies and hand them out to kids. Yeah, it's basically a hot wire drawing tablet. Like if I pull a little too hard on the plug it's connected to, it will fall apart. I'm surprised it still works. It's been like this for a couple years now. It just works, in the wise words of Tom Howard. Alright, I'm gonna put this here. Your dad dressed up as Walter White? Dude, that's awesome. Bonus points if he made like blueberry jello or something. That would've been awesome. That's still such a sick costume idea. If you're already bald and you can grow out a beard. I keep forgetting, Halloween's over. Why am I still talking about Halloween presents? It's December now. I'm just so tied to spooky month. Walter White's the reason you got into hobby voice acting. Do you do Walter White impressions? It's gotta be like a god tier talent when it comes to making memes. Oh, look at this 3-pixel sandwich right here. Oh, beautiful. That's amazing. Look at this delicious banding. He covered his hair with a hat. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Alright, I have an idea. Instead, I'll use this darker color to like lighten up the inner areas. That way it's not completely banded, and so that way the lighting actually kind of makes sense. The reason why it's a little pillow shaded is because the lightning bolt itself is intended to be a light source. He didn't dress up as Walter, he dressed up as Heisenberg. I am the one who knocks. Imagine he's trick-or-treating and he just knocks on someone's door. That's awesome. Now I kind of want to dress up as Walter White next year. All I'll have to do is just be bald. I already have a respirator. That could look like a gas mask. Just, I am the one who knocks. Alrighty. Oh, someone just replied to a random comment on one of CanePixel's backrooms. I should dress up as Tenji? All I'll have to do is, like, go outside. That's like dressing up as yourself for Halloween, because it literally is in this circumstance. Not gonna lie, a while ago I was thinking of making an actual, like Tenji hat. Like, it was gonna be a sphere with, like, a slice cut out of it. I still have the foam hemispheres in my room. I've just never done anything with them. That wouldn't be a too hard costume, actually. White skin suit, just slap that thing on my head. People would be freaked out because I'll look like some weird gimp suit wearer person. But it would be funny. It would be. Zappy zap. So, fun fact about all this stuff right here on this page, I have memorized nearly every single stat and percentage of these things because I'm too lazy to write it down. Like, this attack right here just deals 100% melee damage. This one right here does 75% armor-piercing melee damage. So these ones I'm making don't have that yet, so I'll probably talk about that later on this stream. I need Skittles so I can vomit rainbows. I was actually thinking of sculpting like a resin sculpture that looks like I'm throwing up a rainbow, like a just liquid rainbow from the hat. But I just don't have enough resin for that. Resin's already expensive. I can't buy like a gallon of it. That would be funny though. I might play the Go Motion remix of this song. They recently released it and it's pretty cool. Alright, so I think this is going to be like paralysis. Sort of like Pokemon. You inflict it on your enemy and they can't regenerate energy to attack that quickly anymore. Or it just might do damage and inflict that, I'm not sure. But the ice one already has that with these two abilities, so I'm not sure if I want to make that way. The foam hemisphere. I have two hemispheres, so I was going to stick them together to form a full sphere. Just figured out how to tear parchment paper without ripping it up. Do you like fold it back and forth a couple times? Or do you like crease it really hard? I like the chill songs from Deltarune a whole lot. I just like how they're very calming. Alrighty. Also, I just realized I didn't use these red pixels for this lightning bolt. I'll probably use this to like reduce some of the noise and cluster up. Not too much. I love me some noise. It turns out you can just hold the box in one hand and pull out and away quickly for a clean tear. Oh, nice. Is it using like one of those straight edge box edges? Or it's just like a corner you can pull it off of? I just realized these letterings here are actually lit up wrong. I deliberately lit them up in areas like this to imply like a strong light source, so I'm gonna do that over here too. Orphan pixel. Oh, I make all the orphan pixels. I'm just gonna leave some of those there because like some sparks are really tiny. And on a canvas size this small, I think if you make all the sparks look like this, it might make the lightning sparks look pasty. So I'll just stick with like one or two like orphan pixel clusters and then one or two just lone orphan pixels. Yeah, you find a pixel, you kill their parents, that's an orphan pixel. Free money. Alright, I think I'm gonna do like a funny effect in the background, kinda like this one right here. Man, every time I look at these older sprites, they age worse and worse. Like, look at this banding there. I don't know, they don't look too bad from far away, so I'll just let them be for now. Gonna eat the frozen pizza. Frozen or cold pizza isn't the worst, it's just like the cheese and stuff isn't spread out very well. So it's like you're eating a big chunk of dough and pasta sauce with like some dense sprinkling of cheese on it. Can't believe I just complained about banding. Oh no, I'm a hypocrite. Oh no, no, I can feel my power fading. No! I just don't like the banding here because it's like banding here, 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 and here. It's just like a solid brick of banding. Hold on, I have an idea that might work. Just chop off the bottom half of the banding entirely. It's much higher contrast, but it kind of looks like there's like a weird slot in the sword, so I don't know. It takes so long to draw that your whips, your works in progress age while working on it. Same. Like, there are a lot of projects I was really keen on finishing, but the longer I work on them, the more of a perfectionist I become. So they just, like, slowly become harder and harder to work on because I want to give myself even more and more stuff to work on about it. And that is why the path is so late. Cold pizza ain't that bad, depending on the chain. Yeah, frozen pizza, you're gonna have to, like, break it into pieces with a hammer and then, like, chew on the individual nuggets. I'm getting carried away. There we go. Alright, I'll work on this one now. That whip looking clean. Just wait like 10 minutes. I'll suddenly realize I banded somewhere. Come on, there's another drawing I did somewhere where I did some... Was it Blood Bolt? I think this is Blood Bolt. I did some really weird effects in the background. Oh, here it is. It was this one, like Life Leech or something. With like those weird venues and veins in the background. I want to do that, but with lightning. Keep the banding, it's necessary for the Tenji brand. True. It wouldn't be a Tenji stream without some excessive banding for no apparent reason. Ah, there we go. My shoulder just popped like someone shot a gun. Alrighty, lightning time. I don't like using too rigid lines, because lightning does like to curve all kinds of places. I'm gonna go now. Alright, see ya. See ya, Top Hatter. Fun having you. See ya. I'll do a couple sparks, like in the first one, but not too many. And I think I'm going to keep them all in the darker tone like this. I don't want them to take too much focus. I don't even want the background lightning to be that focused. Your reply to Brian was so uncharacteristically professional. Dude, same. It feels weird trying to talk unprofessionally around Brian. Trying to do some subpixeling. It's a bit hard with jagged lines though. Oh, there's gonna be an orphan pixel. Not really. There's definitely an orphan pixel or two in there. Yeah, like right there, all these, but I don't think anti-aliasing pixels quite count. They just didn't reply. I thought it was gonna be something like awesome or cool. One of these days I'm gonna like post on Brian's wall saying like my dog died. He's gonna be like cool, awesome, nice. Double subpixel, double subpixel. There are two wolves inside of you. One is cool, and the other is awesome. I kind of like the bright on the dark contrast for the lightning. Hi, could you provide more details on the issue you were having? Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. You just made like a random post complaining about an issue and then Brian's like, we're on this. Tell me more. Brian's already sent the hitman after you. It's too late for you now. Speaking of hitmen, are any of you guys big into the competitive Super Smash Bros. Scene? Because I feel like right now Nintendo's got snipers out. Like they're talking about the Panda Cup. Take him out. Not gonna lie, at some point I was genuinely considering becoming a news channel, like my YouTube channel, just so that way I could earn enough money from churning out news content to like fun stuff I actually want to do. By stuff I actually want to do, I mean like video essays and whatnot, like I'm already doing. That'd be hilarious, just a Tenji news channel. I'm like very, very weird when it comes to current events. I try to be devil's advocate as much as possible. So if I were to cover the Kanye stuff, I mean, I might be like, come on guys, he's mentally ill. At least give him a chance. Instant cancellation. I don't know why I do it. I guess I try to be so unbiased to the point where I'm like actually becoming... I'm like actually negatively impacting what I'm talking about. Yeah, Kanye is going crazy. If I'm referring to the Panda Cup, you watched the Moist Critical video on it. Come on guys, you made graduation. Yeah, Panda Cup is a huge L right now. Panda has been one of the biggest contributors in the competitive Smash scene for decades at this point. I mean, never mind, they weren't around until Team Liquid dipped their toes in like 2015. Or 2013, I forgot when it was. I've become reverse biased. I don't know why I do it. I guess like I'm too used to debate culture where I'm like deliberately trying to debate for topics I actually don't want to debate for. Just for the sake of like winning the argument. I'm pretty sure 90 or 75% of your follower base is convinced your username is based off of the dodo bird. What is it convinced off of? I never actually thought of it as the dodo bird per se. I'm trying to think what's called bent dodo. I don't know why, but I keep thinking of dojo, even though it's a completely different word. Alright, I like that lightning bolt right there. This one right here will probably be a chain attack, so it's like 75% damage on the first target, 50 on the next, 25 on the next. It might start at 20, or like at 50 or something, and then do 25 to the others, because that's a total of like 100% cumulative damage, which is on par with this. And this... Yeah, I think that's gonna be the case. Boom, you started to talk about it, Tenji protected my own video. Yeah. I don't know how to explain, but this song reminds me of, what's that game called? Celeste. This game reminds me of Celeste soundtrack. I don't know why. I should draw soup. I'll draw soup eventually. I'm just gonna finish this one right here and I'll just start drawing whatever. I think we need a new debuff. The whatever should be soup? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whatever will be soup. I might draw more than soup after that, but it will start with soup. Don't you worry. Trying to think what I should do for this ultimate one. We already have like a lightning crash. Huh. Soup time 2 electric boogaloo. Hold on, I have an idea. You know what, never mind. I'm gonna make something else. New hype for the channel. I'm gonna peak today. It's only gonna be downhill from here. Oh, come on. The wire from my headphones keeps like rubbing against the chair and it makes weird noises. It's like someone's getting a cheese grater and like grinding concrete next to my eardrum. Look at all that anti-aliasing, good grief. I know that like anti-aliasing excessively is my brand, but like, good grief. I'll work on that later. For now, lightning big attack. For this one, I think I'm gonna draw 2 little guys, maybe 3 little guys that look like this. Something like that. Three little meeples. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna use white now because I saved the white palette just for the super attacks, so they look extra shiny. It looks a bit boring. I'll make it a little more special. I'm gonna put a white pixel right there just so I have it for later. Kinda colorist. Fair enough. I just like saving the white pixels, that way the super attacks pop more. I also moved the energy cost all around, so that way they look even cooler. Like this one on the hilt, this one in the middle, and this one where it would normally be, on the bottom right. This one's also technically not moved. I'm getting frame drops on Aesoprite. What? What? How? Alrighty, Chain Lightning. Just trying to think of how to do this. This is on a even pixel grid, so maybe I should do it like with 4x4 circles. Oh, I know what to do. This is gonna be real goofy. Also, I just realized the red pixels on each corner aren't on this square in particular. It's so weird. What did I do to do that? Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna draw it in mostly complete white. Alright, for now, it's gonna be completely white. And, ah crap, I left non-continuous on. Hopefully that didn't cause too much havoc while I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so now I'm gonna use the eraser tool to draw out a skull, a Skeleman. I don't know why I keep using the word chiseling in the context of, like, pixel art. Like, I'm not physically chiseling anything. I'm just drawing in pixel art. I call it chiseling shapes. Slowly working on the skull shape. I want it to look like it's a dude's skeleton being, like, fried. Chiseled the jaw. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, look at that chiseled jaw. Giga Chad chin. The Deltarune soundtrack's so weird, because it'll go from, like, Sans Megalovania to Jingle Bells on a moment's notice. It's actually kind of cool, though. I like that they use some randomly notable songs in it to convey a vibe. I've noticed I use chiseling when referring to using the eraser tool to draw, like using the negative space as a canvas. That time it kind of makes sense. I also use it to describe drawing stones, because it's the only way I can explain how it feels to make the shapes in stone. The Giga Chad chin reminds you more of Habsburgers, or Habsburgs, with each passing second. I feel ya. Forgot I should also add a nose. Get the white. You know what, I'm gonna make their jaw swing open like they're screaming. Like, ah! Like, ah, I'm being electrocuted, ah! See, I did something over here that's kind of similar. Might just copy and paste that and then make it all electric-y instead. Might even mirror it for the heck of it. I'm gonna perspective shift this a little more to the left. Look at that forehead. It's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. Yeah, that chin's way too thick. Hold on. It's at a funny angle, so it's gonna be a bit hard to get it just right. That's a little better. Just some white there. Now I use this to fill in areas that would be darkened by like flesh and stuff. It's just in general, not like in this context. That's fair. The Giga Chad meme does look a lot like actual people and fictional characters and stuff. I understand that. I remember when like the Giga Chad meme first started going around and everyone said it looked like PewDiePie. Oh, that Habsburg. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I can see it now. What's funny is, like, even GigaChad features, I think, are also linked to, what was it? Fetal alcohol syndrome. Which I find kind of funny, that, like, the beacon of masculinity is probably, like, a child whose mom drank while they were developing. It's so funny hearing the Habsburg story every once in a while. It's like, how is he still alive? Or how was he still alive? He's definitely not alive anymore. I feel like mucus would be a good thickener in thick sauces, and thick salty sauces. You might be a big fan of escargot. I found out somewhat recently I might have esophageal pouches, which are like little holes in your esophagus. Apparently they're like really common and stuff, but they make getting a cold like absolute hell. Actually, I'm gonna bring that light back for now. I'm gonna chisel a hand. So I'll do hooked fingers for now. Actually, no, I won't do hooked. It's gonna be like him looking at his sand as he's being fried. He's like, yo, my hand is being fried. His other arm, it'll just be dangling off out of focus. Now I do the funny electric jolt stuff. Ace of Pride's still dropping frames somehow. Bruh. I don't want to band necessarily. Go with the darker orange for the edge highlight. Funny line. Looks like he's got 4 fingers, but I just don't think I can fit a pinky in there. Alright, there we go. Now he's got a pinky. It's very hard to read still. hopefully that helps differentiate between the white and the yellows. I want to make it look like he's getting X-rayed, not like he's just a skeleton with white heavenly glow. He's being fatality'd right now. Sorry for not talking too much, I'm in focus mode. I want to make the Skeleman look good, but it's kind of hard. So I'm trying to focus. It has the right vibe and everything. It's just very hard to portray everything about it and still have it look readable. Maybe I need more edge highlighting on spots that matter. Maybe I should use this color to edge highlight the fingers. I'll use brighter colors as I go out, so that way he doesn't blend into the background immediately next to him. In fact, for now, I think I might just fill it in with medium orange. These with normal yellow, and then I'll fill in the rest with medium orange. The res hands are annoying. Yeah. They're scuffed. You kind of have to take shortcuts and just pretend that it looks normal until you manage to make it work. Like, oh, whoops. Down here, this one was hard, so I just made it look all weird and gross because it's supposed to be like a kind of cursed attack anyway. So maybe like an undead, weird, rotten skeletal hand. That was the excuse I made for that. The excuse for this one is it looks hard. It looks very difficult to pull off. So I'm just half giving up. Still working on it though. Do a bit of edge highlighting for the temple. Backlight for the skull. The cranium. Oh, I forgot. There we go. I forgot I'm on a layer and I used like the eraser tool to draw some of it. How's that look? Looks a little better. I kind of like that. Hey, you're back, Benoli. Welcome back. Still drawing Flamin' Skelly Man being electrocuted. Yawn. Flamin' skeleton. Can't believe they made skeletons from Dark Souls real. Guys, it's your chance to be a big shot. Looks kind of cool. I just need to iron out like some of these noisy clusters because they're really hard to read as much else than noise. Maybe if I just like fill in this side. Hey man, skeletons from Terraria are real. Speaking of skeletons, I wonder if like skeleton transplants are a thing. Like, can you just like remove someone's skeleton and put it in someone else? Because if so, that would be a hilarious new threat. Someone messing with you online, just say, I'm gonna transplant your bones into someone else. Doing the funny cross-hatching. I'm doing the funny cross-hatching. I'm doing it. Sternum's up here, so I don't have to separate these too much. Back down here, I can just start erasing that. I'm forgetting this is on the dark side. And the spine. I'll darken this side just because lighting. This cluster right here looks wrong though. I'm calling it. It's gonna interrupt the song somewhere random and it's gonna start playing Sans' theme. I can sense it. My time spent on skeleton art has made me attuned to the nature of the skeletons in the soundtrack. There you are, Sans. There's your proof that I have listened to this soundtrack an inhuman amount of times. Yeah, I'll remove that second line right there. Eh, close enough. I'm tired of drawing Skeleton Man. I'll definitely go back and fix this later on. But for now, this is gonna remain on my conscience. I'm gonna add the 100 in there somewhere. Probably like right over the rib cage, conveniently. So that way it'll block out all the details. Wait, hold on, the 100s might be... Yeah, it's 1 pixel taller. Ah yes, this is the ultimate cheat. If you're ashamed of a piece of a drawing, cover it up with something else. Can't draw hands? Put a shield in their hand. Easy. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk on how to art. Can't draw hands? Cover them up. Make them wear mittens or something. Can't draw eyes? Make them wear sunglasses. Got 'em. Can't draw feet? Make them wear shoes. And if you could draw feet, you're probably taking commissions on Twitter. Alright, close enough. Alright, soup time. Soup time! I'm gonna try drawing soup in a couple different resolutions. I'll go from 16 by 16 to 64 by 64. So I'll go 128 by 128. Alright, 16 by 16, soup time. It took me a while to notice, but this song, the closing credits for Deltarune, uses the secret lyrics to, what was it? To his theme. I don't know, I just thought that was cool. Who's tagging me on Discord? Alrighty, soup time. Chicken noodle soup. Are we going Campbell's chicken noodle soup? Are we going like the homemade chicken noodle soup with like curvy noodles and like pulled chicken? Chat keeps disappearing on my end. Hydration break. Hey, yeah. We're drawing chicken noodle soup because chat really wanted me to draw soup for some reason. I'm just kind of debating what soup or variant of chicken noodle soup to make. I don't know if I'm going like home style with the curvy funny noodles, or if I'm going like Campbell's canned chicken soup with like the tiny long noodles. Yelling. I'll just get started with a bowl. while I think. I'm gonna start at 16 by 16 and slowly move up to 64 by 64. Actually, bowls are a bit smaller than that. No, that kind of looks like a petri dish. Suppose this isn't too bad then. Oh, you said I'd say something with noodles. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to what you were saying. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna expand this, that way we can utilize the full canvas here. Edge to edge, noodles all the way. Uh-oh, this song is... Wait, is Lemon Demon copyrighted? I have no idea if Lemon Demon's copyrighted. I'm gonna play it safe, though. Lemon Demon's sick, but I'm not gonna play their whole album. I'll go Hollow Knight music. I bought the official soundtrack. I think that means I have creative liberty rights to it. To some extent, I'm not just gonna play the song and not say anything. Alright, let's go Green Path. Hollow Knight Green Path is so good. Alright, I'm trying to clear away as much bowl as possible. I want to get as much view of the soup as possible. Kind of an upwards angle. I'll use the default Ace of Pride colors for now. Alright, I'm gonna go with home style noodles. So that means like carrots, it's gonna mean celery, chopped green onion, getting the broth color. It just looks brown, hold on. It's more like a dark yellow. Wait, nope, never mind. It was kind of more correct last time. Actually, it's a bit more green hued, now that I think about it. Just a pinch more yellow than green. I'll darken it so that way we can have some good contrast. Now we get the funny noodles. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna darken the broth, actually. I'm gonna make it more orangey than green. Even though in, like, real life it's more green in color, oddly enough. Alrighty. Then our little noodles. Gonna anti-alias on the top side. Get anti-alias outward a little down there. Yeah, that looks nice. Kind of looks like a cup of coffee almost. Alright, now we apply some lighting here. I'm gonna go a bit more brighter yellow, a bit less saturated, but a bit lighter. More so than that. Oh, good grief. I keep scrolling way out. I wonder if the Bastion soundtrack is copyrighted. The Bastion soundtrack goes so hard always. Red Giant Studios just doesn't miss when it comes to video game and musics. Video games and music, good grief. I'm dyslexic even when I can't read. I'm dyslexic even when I'm not reading. That's just gonna be like a little shine. And it looks like a noodle. Now I'm gonna throw some orange little carrots in there. Steamed carrots happen to be a little, little less saturated in tone. Still tasty. Oh, that reminds me, I just remembered, there's this one song I keep hearing people use in like video essays. I've heard Awesome Sauce use it, I've heard Imp Lemon use it. I think it's from Lego Harry Potter, of all things, on the Wii. I've heard it used so many times, and I've heard my brother play through that game so many times, that I'm pretty sure that's where it's from. I'm kind of curious to see if that's where it's from on stream. That would be hilarious. I don't know why I remember it's from Lego Harry Potter, but I just do. I might play that song because it's pretty recognizable somewhere. Where is it? Playing it really quiet so that way it's not gonna copyright strike me or anything. Something goes like do 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 do. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh well, I might look for it off stream. I don't know why, I'm just so drawn to that, but I wanna hear where the song's from. Nope. Nope. Oh, this is just playing the original Harry Potter sounds. No, I'm looking for the Lego Harry Potter OST in particular. There's this one song from it somewhere. Yeah, what the heck? I forgot that Lego Harry Potter is like weirdly good music. Games have such weird soundtracks. Like, you'd never expect random games from all over the world to just have banger soundtracks, and yet they do. Like, what was it? There's a Sonic game everyone likes to make fun of. Not 06, but it's the one where he's like a werewolf. A werehog, or whatever they call it. Sonic Unleashed. That game has an oddly really good soundtrack. I say oddly because people like to make fun of it, but it's surprisingly good. This kind of looks like pot noodles. Alright, one last color. Bright lime green. To put on these brighter tones here and there. You made a sandwich? Well, I made soup. Beat that. I'm just kidding. Alright, there's part 1 of soup time. Tiny 16 by 16 chicken noodle soup. Now we're big boys, so we go up to 32 by 32. Offset it by 16. 32 by 32 here, then 64 by 64 here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna reset the offset by 16y. So back to 0. There we go. I don't want to draw chicken noodle soup the whole time, so I'm probably gonna pick something else for the next 2 soup bowls. Unless I just want to remake the same chicken noodle soup 16 or 13 times. Wait, no, not 13, 3 times. Good grief, I can't count. Brain fog, man. It's crazy. It's like someone used a spoon to just stir up my brain whenever I'm trying to speak. What's an iconic soup? I don't want to do like... I don't want to do Japanese like ramen noodles, because those are noodles, not really soup. It's more like dipping noodles in broth than soup. Miso soup, maybe? Because like the little tofu cubes, that's very noticeable. I'll thicken up this interior. Two, 3, 4. Actually, I'll go back and add one more there. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Never mind, that curve's way too long. Expand it down by a pixel. Alright, we got a fairly decent noodle bowl right there. Soup bowl. Tomato soup? I guess I could try that, yeah. In order to make it stand out, I'm gonna have to really go in on textures and stuff. I'll have to like make it stand out so it's not just a red bowl. Oh, people put like noodles and onions and stuff in there. Alright, I can do this. Tomato soup time. Tomatoes are a bit more orange and red than they are just plain red, because plain red is actually really close to the purple side of the spectrum. So you want to make it like a... Is it scarlet? That's like the orange tinted hue. Wait, no, it's Charmeleon. Not Charmeleon like the Pokemon, like a... I think it's like Carmeleon or something. I don't know my colors, I just work here. Sir, this is a Panera soup joint. Before I work on the soup itself, I'm probably gonna work on the bowl a bit. I want the bowl to look cool too. I have a Mixel there making the soup bowl illegal. I don't think there's any Mixels. Dimitri dither it. I was gonna add more colors and make it like a really rounded dither. Or not dither, but like a gradient. I suppose Dimitri dithering wouldn't hurt. Hold on, I have an idea. If I make it a 1-point light source, that's somewhat close to the viewer. Like that. There we go. Now it's anti-aliased and looks kinda neat sometimes. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a dark red. This is going to be the shaded portion of the soup. This is the area covered by shadows. Dip a grilled cheese in it. I don't think I can fit a grilled cheese on that canvas. Alright, now this color, we're gonna hue shift it a bit more orange, then just bucket tool it. Maybe a bit more dramatically orange. Trying to get that Carmeleon color. Kind of looks like a 3D printed cup now. I'm going to add a bit of a swirl of dark over here, because we're going to put some little seasons sprinkled on top, and like tiny cloves of like onion and stuff on top of it. So this is just going to be like a preemptive shadow for that. It also just looks nice. Go to the pink color. Grab a really desaturated purple onion color, but like really desaturated, so it just looks like a normal onion clove. And we anti-alias it with deep pink, wherever possible. Gonna add a secondary tone right here to separate individual onion cloves. This kind of looks like the soup that How To Basic has in their profile picture. Alright, I'll shrink the shadow back or forward a little bit so that way it's actually like around the onion. And some little shadows underneath, so that way it kind of implies that like some of the slices are going under the surface. Okay, now, hold on, actually I'm gonna thin these out with a bit of anti-aliasing. And I might even lower the contrast a bit here. So grab this color, hue shift it a bit more red, saturate it a bit more, non-continuous. Actually, I'm gonna bit more red maybe. I know, never mind, not red enough. I should darken this, or red hue shift this anti-aliasing tone first. Then go backwards from there. Actually, you know what? I might add some white on top for more contrast. Just like little onion cloves getting caught in the light. Okay, now we put some green seasoning on that thing. I don't know what people put on it, so I'm just gonna put green. Oh, I just realized I didn't have music on. There you go. Oh, my eyes are burning. And the green's gonna be the hard part because Fun fact, green and red are, what's the word? They're the opposite, they're colors opposite on the color spectrum. Is it called complementary colors? I want to call it complementary colors, but like, red and green typically don't complement each other unless you do a whole bunch of technical shenanigans to make them work. And that's what I'm worried about, because technical shenanigans are afoot when you try to put green on red. Don't want to make the clusters too thick, so that way they look kind of small and peppered around and stuff. Complementary colors, alright. I just couldn't remember the term because I thought there was another word for it where they're like not complementing each other, but they're still opposite of the color spectrum. All colors hate each other. Fair enough. Fair enough. Colors are just hard in general. If you add one color to another, they just contrast by design, unless they're deliberately chosen to not contrast. God. It's very hard trying to get a mid-tone for red and green. Hold on, I have an idea. Grab this green, lower it to 50 opacity, slap it right next to the red. Never mind, that looks bad. If I brighten it. Nah, I'm gonna just stick with the tone I had. I'm just gonna throw colors together and hope it works. One for like a more yellowy, orangey mid-tone. It hopefully helps it blend in a little better. Those green spots still cause eye burn for me. Maybe if I darken the colors so that way they're not like contrasting by nature. Could use purple, yeah. Hold on, I think I'm gonna darken the green and already hue shift it towards the bluer side. There we go, that looks a little cooler, I guess. Then overshift to purple, desaturate, brighten. Not quite. Need more desaturated and darker, I think. Wait, no, never mind. More saturated and more red, maybe? Kind of. We're getting there. I do think purple and green do look kind of nice next to each other. Just trying to hit that sweet spot where it's like a perfect mid-tone. Color theory with Denji. My color theory is all out of whack. I try to go all around the rainbow whenever I make my palettes. I like to call it overshifting, where I'm just like overcorrecting the color palette until it looks like Slinky made it. Not to discredit Slinky. I actually called it overshifting because of Slinky. It was one of those techniques I named after someone in a way. Actually, I'm gonna buff up the brightness of this green. Yeah, overshifting's really nice when you want a contrast between like just one or two colors. My favorite thing to do is overshift from blue to green when it comes to the second darkest tone in a color set. So it'll just be like blue-grays for the stone color and then suddenly like a mossy green for the shadow. I don't know, it's just kind of a cool effect. I think the purple needs to be darker in some places. Should I call it there for the tomato soup? Like going from yellow to pinkish purple. Yeah, that's a really cool set as well. I think purple and yellow are complementary colors, so it's a really good use of that. Alright, I'm just gonna call it quits there on the soup part. Might do a bit of anti-aliasing. There we go. Maybe I should use oranges for the anti-aliasing. Like this. I think that goes better with the tomato sauce part. Or not tomato sauce, but the tomato color part. Truly the highlight of the career. Made a few soup drawings yourself? Nice. Any soup is good soup. Alright, close enough. I give up. I might fix the bowl or something, I don't know. 64 by 64, offset by 48. I'm actually gonna chop off the canvas up to just there. The final soup, what should it be? Oh yeah, you did draw soup. You have the soup profile picture. What soup? What soup? Maybe potato soup? Potato soup looks pretty cool. It has like a lot of I think it has a scalloped potato-esque texture on the top, I'm not sure. That kind of looks like chowder, actually. Oh yeah, there is one with scalloped potatoes on it. That's the recipe my family likes to use, I think. Broccoli soup? I feel like broccoli soup's a thing, right? Yeah. It's also kind of like a potato soup. It's very chowder-like. Miso soup is the one that I ate during soup time. The last soup time. Like a year or two ago. Man, it feels weird. I thought I've only been streaming for like 1 year, but we're about ready for 2 years now. I've just been taking a lot of breaks, I guess. Miso soup does look really cool. Oh wow, those soup studies are awesome. I really like the red one. The red and orange one. Yeah, it looks sick. It did a really good job on the perspective. Also, like the wood texture is also really good. I also like the one on the right with the little smiley face. The bluish one. Really cool colors. I like them. Alright, I'm gonna go for miso soup. This time I'm gonna go for a black bowl because those are the bowls that we use at our house when we make miso soup. We use traditional, like, I think they're Japanese soup bowls, I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But they're like little cups, almost. They're designed so that way you can drink the soup with like one hand. You were doing the red one during the low spec art hour. Nice. Yeah, that's sick. Well done. I gotta use the weird curvy line tool, the one that no one ever uses. Oh, whoops. There we go. I've only recently been using this because I was a big fan of the Bezier curve tool in Krita. So I was wondering if there was something like that for pixel art. Normal line tool. Come on. There we go. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Looks pretty close. I just need to widen this bottom like a built-in coaster. Alrighty. Time for my favorite banding. Oh, whoops. Forgot it's non-continuous. There we go. I'll have to do some very cool lighting when making the pattern for this, because the bowls I'm using for reference in my mind, the ones that we have at home, are very patterned. Like they've got like weird hexagonal prints on it, almost. Anything takes you 2 days, I feel ya. There's no shame in taking your time. I used to be the same way. Like sometimes I would work so hard on like a project that like I do nothing but draw on it for like 2 to 3 weeks. Over time I kind of just started chilling out and just making small little goofy things. Quit trying so hard, I guess. Or I quit trying so hard. You don't have to quit or anything. Yeah, man, I can only disregard one pixel art fundamental at a time. And when I do, I disregard it hard. go. That kind of has... I'll have to, like, highlight the edges. Also, yeah, I'll have to do some edge highlights there. Not gonna go with this color. Let's see. This one. Let's go this way instead. Yeah, it's one of those miso bowls. Yeah. I have a whole set of these. They're like, what are they called? Like soup cup bowls or something? I can't remember if they're Taiwanese or Japanese in origin. Like culturally speaking, I forget. Remember, like, each little geometric panel was also like a little bit textured like this. You absolutely hate when an outline color is too close to whatever is inside it. I've been that way for a while until I started like messing with outline shading, like what's the term? Sellout. The pixel art technique, not the act of taking a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. It's a really cool technique where like you can shade the outline as if it's part of the drawing itself. I've been like kind of experimenting with that for a couple of years and just kind of found it really fun to like mess around with the outlines. So sometimes the outlines will like bleed into the actual drawing itself. Maybe that. There we go. This weird texturing isn't going to stay, by the way. You used to do that, but you don't use outlines that much. Fair enough. Fair enough. I rarely use outlines unless it's for like spriting items and stuff. Like my character avatar, for example, that's meant to like move around on a lot of multicolored surfaces, so I have to make sure the outline or like the edge of it doesn't blend into whatever I'm streaming. That's a good use of outlining right there, but otherwise I stay away from outlines. So I feel you. bit of edge highlighting. The only times you don't use them is when you block out shapes. That's fair. That's fair. Outlines are really good if you use them well. But it's also like a style thing almost. So you gotta like get good at using outlines. And you get good at using outlines over time. So someone like me who has like tiny experience with outlines usually gets my outlines all kinds of whack. But there are ways to use them brilliantly. It goes back into like the Mixels thing, because like you can use it for line width, or line weight, I should say, and all that good stuff. I want this to be a bit more reddish in tone. Darker. Oh, DM Dekuro just uploaded a song. That's cool. I'm gonna do a cheaty cheat, and I'm gonna use selective masks to draw shine, because I'm too lazy to do lighting. Close enough. I'll fill in this part back there. Then anti-alias correct here, and why am I anti-aliasing inward? This is supposed to be like black until I add soup. Hold on, I have an idea. Boop. Boop. Come on, you know when you're like about to sneeze and then you just don't? It just happened to me. I feel cheated out of a sneeze. Alrighty, I think it's time for soup. Like actual soup. Miso soup uses dark, or not dark, but like desaturated yellows as like the broth. Okay, hold on. Here, there. Is that symmetrical? Come on. There we go, that's symmetrical. Now we trim it a bit so it fits a little better in the bowl. Not quite, it still feels like it's a bit too high up. Funny dithering gradient, funny dithering gradient. I just realized I wasn't reading chat. You once sneezed with your eye open and ended up shooting out a jet of water from your eyeball. Good grief. Apparently if you don't, like, if your body doesn't naturally, hold its eyes closed when you sneeze, your eyes would probably fire out. Like little torpedoes. So you're kind of lucky you didn't end up losing an eye. That'd be really cool to do on demand, though. Or on command. Someone just, like, talking out of line. Shoot them with eyeball jet. Oh. Somewhat close. New projectile idea. That'd be like a sick party trick. You just like shoot your eyeballs at will. Like, okay, someone get me some black pepper. Alright, soup time. Time for soup. Oh, alright. I guess that was just like a myth thingamajig. Lame. Science is boring. I feel like I heard that from like Bill Nye or something. Oh wait, no, it was like it was an old PBS TV show. I can't remember what it was. It was like Magic School Bus on a budget on public television. Alrighty, here's the fun part. We get to make little tofu cubes. I'm gonna make them outside of the soup bowl first. So that way they're geometrically consistent. That looks like butter. Hold on, what does tofu look like? It's much more white. Still kind of yellow in hue from the broth, but mostly just pure white. Or grayish even. Nope, too gray. Or too dark gray. It's hard to see the color panel because my mic is in the way. Alright, there we go. There's one little cube there. I'll probably trim it down a bit. Actually, hold on, I have an idea. Can I, like, reduce it by 50% with an eraser? Oh, I can't. I can use opacity to get really lazy here. its opacity by 50%. Bonus points if it's like, I don't know, rippled. Oh yeah. Tofu, low-key one of your favorite foods. I don't blame you. Tofu's like pretty good. It's like spinach. You can just add it to anything and it works. It's healthy. It doesn't taste bad. So like you can shove it in anything. It kind of looks like melting butter now that I think about it. Funny water ripple, funny water ripple, funny water ripple. The soup, as I darken it, it's gonna go more gray orange-ish. Because we're going by the same lighting as last time. Can pretty much just do that. Obviously gonna round it out more. Dimitri Dither the soup? But why? Why? It's soup. I suppose it couldn't hurt at some point. If I find a way to incorporate Dimitri Dithering, I will. But right now I don't see it. Actually, maybe. Mayhaps. I'll have to do it a different way. Yeah, there's a Jaggy in there, who cares? There we go. There's some little bit of Dimitri Dithering in there. Which shading / texturing technique has the most rabid fan base? I think 2x2 clusters, or like people who use really big clusters, like the giant egg, or people who like that kind of art. Line dithering is also up there. Dithering in general is pretty hyped by the community. I don't know about rabid fan base though. For me, I think that's like thick clusters. The few people I have seen who like to use thick clusters, they will, not all of them, but some of them will talk so much trash about other forms of clustering. I don't know. I've never experienced that much of any of the pixel art community to really know which in particular is the most rabid. I don't know. I think normal dithering is up there. Line dithering is up there probably. Whenever the frames skip, whenever I'm using the hand tool, it just gets stuck on the hand tool until I middle mouse click again. It's very obnoxious. use thick clusters a lot, but you hatch on it. Yeah, that's fair. By thick clusters, I mean like people who only use thick clusters. Those are the rabid ones. Or not even the ones that only use it, the ones that use it and vehemently defend it by every means. I've also seen people do the same with 2x2 clusters, so I don't know. Also, I just realized this side would be more lit up than the other side. Or this side would be more lit up than this side. There we go. No, whoops, what the? There we go. You actually have a drawing with 2x2 clusters? I mean, 2x2 clusters aren't bad or anything. I've just seen people, like, only use 2x2 clusters on every single drawing they make, and then call every other form of clusters bad. I've only seen a couple people like that, but they do exist. I'm sick of doing the same angle again and again. This cube's gonna be poking out of the broth a bit. About a year ago when you made your pixel art account, you were confused as to why 5 different artists had the same texturing techniques. I feel ya. I feel like that's something a lot of beginner artists kind of repeat. Or beginner pixel artists, I should say. Not all artists do it. Like, a lot of them will try the same techniques out. And there's very few communities on the internet where there's as many beginner artists as pixelart.com. So yeah, I could totally see that. Also, I just realized this one shade here is very little contrast. I'll beef up the saturation a bit. Whoops. There we go. I'm gonna put a heckin' chonker in the back here, just a really thick, big one that's just chilling. Alright, now I'm gonna start adding the seaweed chunks. Get a good seaweed color, kind of a cold green, kelpish tone. At some points, like, Seaweed looks navy. The stamp tool edition and its consequences have been devastating. Yeah. Funnily enough, I've actually met someone who's really good at using the stamp tool for not, well, using public stamps and stuff, but for saving their own stamps to use later on. And that person is Sonhud, or also known as BitBoy. They were really good about using the stamp tool to basically save every drawing they made. Because, like, you can cram so many stamps inside the stamp tool. The one thing that saved you is you never knew the stamp tool existed. Man, when I first heard about pixel art, because at the time I was being Adobe certified in a multimedia class, but I thought it was like the stamp tool from Photoshop, which, if you don't know, is like the cloning tool people use to like edit people out of photos and stuff. So I thought, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the sickest tool ever, and I try it, and it's just like, there's Sans, there's Steven Universe, there's like 5 different explosions, there's a cloud, and those are like the only ones I've ever seen used. Well, I've seen the Minecraft Steve one. The Minecraft Steve one is everywhere. So I was lucky enough to already be disappointed the moment I found it. In another universe, I probably could have been a stamp kid too, I feel ya. Funnily enough, I used to be a base kid. Not a based kid, but a base kid. I would find bases on pic.codeus.net, and I would use them. I first started pixel art in general in like 2014-ish, when I was using a pixel art armor, like a base for Terraria. You have to dip? Alright, see ya, Bendodo. It was nice having you. See you, man. Thing you didn't, or that you didn't make an account until you were used to using Aseprite instead of pixel art. I feel ya. That's a good way to start, actually. That's one thing I've been seeing a lot of people do really well on the pixel art Discord server, is recommending Aseprite to beginners. Because when I was first getting into pixel art, I was under the assumption that Aseprite was like the super technical Photoshop alternative to pixelart.com. I was like, oh, I'm too noob. I'm not gonna try that ever. And then by the time I finally did try it, I got used to all the pixel art shortcuts and couldn't use Aseprite for a good long while. Like, I had Aseprite for like 2 years until I decided to use it to actually make stuff. Really good to learn those skills early, though. Because there's some really sick beginner artists I've been seeing lately who are like just trying out pixelart.com after using Aseprite for years. And they're like still relatively new. Oh, that reminds me. I recently had my 7th anniversary of being online on pixel art and stuff. Not on the website, I mean like just making pixel art in general. I first signed up to making like public pixel art on Pic in like 2015, like November something. So now I'm 7 years in the pixel art rabbit hole. Which just makes me feel old. Aseprite is the optimal pixel art program, for sure, yeah. For sure. I used, like I said before, I thought it was like the technical version, but not really. Like, Aseprite's just like the cleanest, most efficient one, I think. Really has nothing to do with the technical aspects unless you like to code custom tools and stuff. Been making pixel art for like 3 years. It's dope. That's sick. It's kind of crazy to me how how new a lot of pixel art is. Like, I've been seeing a lot of beginner artists, or I say beginner artists, they're like people with art degrees finally trying out pixel art. It's crazy. Like, people are suddenly realizing that pixel art's dope. And now, like, a lot of really good artists are giving it a shot. I don't know, just cool. I'll probably just add like a little 2x2 dither or something. And nah, not worth it. I'll just add 2 pixel highlight there. And then I'm gonna add a big floppy piece of seaweed on top of one of the tofu cubes. If anyone's ever had miso soup, they know that seaweed just loves to hang on to the tofu cubes. Yep, we get something like Arcane's Experimental 3D. That'd be nice. I'd love to see a low poly, like 3D render type stuff. I think Dead Cells already does that with pre-rendered 3D graphics run through like a pixel compressor. That'd be really sick to get like a full-on TV show though. I think a lot of general audiences will be turned off by it because they'll be like, oh, it's bad graphics. Bad graphics, it doesn't look like photorealistic, how can I eat it? Alright, now I need a mid-tone between green and yellow. I don't want it to look like dirt. That lime green looks pretty cool, actually. Wait, hold on. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Yo, that looks nice. That looks much better. What was I thinking, making it darker? How can I eat it? No 4K resolution. Simon, no, you can't come in. I've been noticing that a lot more lately. Like, a lot of people I know have been shitting on pixel art because they're like, oh, it's bad graphics. Like, I remember having a conversation with someone about the video game Rivals of Aether. Because he was a competitive gamer. He was like, dude, I love Rivals of Aether's gameplay, but like the graphics are bad, man. It just kind of hurts, cause like pixel art, or good pixel art, is kind of like a dying breed, as far as like video games go. Also, don't mind that voice crack. Holy crap, that voice crack. My voice cracks like crazy when I don't stream for too long. But yeah, some people will legit just hate on pixel art just because it's not photorealistic. I bet these are the same people who buy, like, Call of Duty 12 or something. It's the most up-to-date, I have to play it. Undertale, what's that? I can't play that. The graphics look like poo. I actually had a friend who I really recommended Undertale to, but he couldn't stand the graphics. I know, right? Ever since indie games have been, like, blasting off, I really thought people would, like, finally realize that the AAA high graphics promise just always disappoints. But no. People are still, like, buying the Callisto Protocol and are like, why is it lagging? Why is it lagging? Why is the game with hyper-realistic 3D ray-traced gore lagging? It's just sad. So many people would have so much more fun if they just gave pixel art and indie games a chance, you know? There's still some cool, like, hyper-realistic games out there, though. Like Red Dead Redemption 2. That's dope. I don't think Red Dead Redemption 2 is ever gonna go out of style. It's just a sick game. Why is my computer smoking? I'm only running Crysis. Alright, I forgot about the onions in a miso soup. So I'm probably gonna have to add those. Oh, oops, I just realized the Hollow Knight music paused. I thought I was asleep or something. What the heck? Where did that pixel come from? What? How long has that been? How long has that been there? What? Just a random soup pixel outside the bowl, don't mind. Art direction will always beat graphics, true. True. There are so many amazing games that just don't get any attention because people, I don't know, people just kind of assume that having a funny art style immediately makes it a bad game. Like what's that game? Eastward. Eastward's art direction is amazing. I love that game's art direction. Gameplay isn't quite the best in the universe, but hey, it's not a bad game. I'll leave that. The pixel spilled. I spilled some miso soup. My bad. Now we do funny little circles for onions. I'm gonna use the... I'll probably use the dark green tone instead then. Is it like that? So that way it's like a little tubular structure being partially submerged in the lighter colored miso soup broth. I also want to get some miso texturing in there. Because like a funny thing about miso soup is if you let it sit for like a couple seconds, all the broth kind of like coagulates at the bottom and becomes like this really cool like brain-like structure almost. It's like still a liquid and everything. It's just like it settles down really weird. It just looks cool. So I wanted to add some of that there. Might even dither and add some noise here and there, just to emphasize the weird particulate. I think no matter what canvas size, pixel art will always have the sharpness when it comes to minimal anti-aliasing. Yeah. It's also just really efficient. Like, Blasphemous. It's a beautiful, like, pixel art style Metroidvania. I want to say Mega Man Zero inspired Dark Souls-like game in a way. But that game, like, with all this massive, like, amount of beautiful artwork in it, it's only like 900 megabytes. It's insanely small for a game of that caliber, and it's beautiful too. It doesn't sacrifice anything. It's just efficient. Pixel art's just like crazy good at storing. Like, most people, especially digital artists, have like 12 gigabyte portfolio folders. While I'm out here rocking like my 120 megabyte folder containing all the pixel files I have. It's crazy, man. It's so cool. And I recently installed Doom Eternal recently. Because like I had it in my Steam library for ages. And it's 90 gigs. 90 gigs for Doom. Maybe I'm just like crazy and I haven't played AAA games or anything, but like 90 gigs? 90? That was more than half of my laptop's hard drive space. Yeah, Pixel Art's just built different. What can I say? Can't wait for like 2030 when the next AAA game comes out and it's like 250 gigs. Still reaches like 10 million sales worldwide. Easy peasy. So I just realized I didn't put the reflection for this tofu cube right here. I'll give this one an uninterrupted reflection. Or like, not rippled, I should say. A bit of seaweed, I guess. Alrighty, I think that might be it for the soup. And Doom Eternal is optimized, yeah. It's crazy. Like, even the highest, like, most optimized games still literally, like, 90 times more large than a pixelated indie game. With arguably the same amount of content, too. Speaking of optimization, I've sort of been tuning out of Minecraft news. Ever since my computer kind of like can't run it anymore, I just kind of gave up on the game, and I'm just kind of like watching from a distance. Imagine if like Minecraft had a bug fix update where they just fix a ton of like performance issues. That'd be so nice. I haven't been able to update Minecraft in so long because every time I do, it just becomes harder and harder to run. That and the Pixel SMP kind of died. RIP Pixel SMP. Not really, it's still up, but like, no one plays it. Kind of surprised no one found my secrets on there. I put a whole bunch of funny secrets all over the world, not expecting someone to find them. But alas, server die. Alrighty, that's probably gonna be it for the soup. You're gonna buy Dead by Daylight during a recent sale. It was 60 gigs? Good grief. For Dead by Daylight? 60 gigs? Bruh. That's crazy. Alright, now I'm gonna add a funny background. I'm thinking pure white background up here. Oh, whoops. Third layer, and then... Actually, it has to be darker. Or else the, or else the bulls on the left will kind of blend in. Dead by Daylight fans when they open their curtains. Dead by Daylight fans when the morning sun rises. I saw this meme recently where it was like someone showing their computer desktop and it's like El Femboy, and then it zooms over and it's just like Minecraft, Terraria, Fortnite, a couple other common basic games, and it scrolls down to the bottom right and it says El Resista. And it's just Dead by Daylight, League of Legends, Counter-Strike. Funny stuff. El Racista. Hold on, I'm gonna expand the canvas a bit. Let's go 48. "24 right, 24 left, 24 top, 24 bottom." I want to make it look like they're all on like a big table. Actually, I might organize it by distance. That way this one's like way close. That's why it's so big. This one's like back there, and this one's like all the way back there. Souptember? Oh, dude, I would love to do that next year. That'd be awesome. Souptember. Souptember would go hard. I would love to make that a trend and just like create my own prompts and everything. That'd be so sick. Oh, I just realized there's like one pixel missing right there. There we go. To make the prompts yourself. That'd be a sick collab. Just Souptember. Yeah, we can have like 10 different people all make soup. I'm a bit lazy when it comes to the background of this, so I'm probably just gonna like, hold on, actually, I might do that for the background. Forgot there's like one lone pixel up here I forgot to erase. Yeah, you have to make that happen. That'd be sick. We'd have to get Eclipse on board. Eclipse is the only one with the work ethic to make it work. Or Eclipse is the only one with the, like finger on the pulse strong enough to make the trend happen. Alright, time for the laziest lighting job you'll ever see. Wait, hold on, I have an idea. Right click, copy that. Paste here. Eclipse will carry Souptember, but you have to make the interesting prompts. Yeah. Behold the power of laziness. Wait, actually I'm doing the lighting the wrong way. Should be going this way. Dude, if I ever write a job application, I'm telling them I am lazy. Because if they know what's good for them, they'll know that I'll be the most efficient worker ever. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm lazy. They're like, why? Why do you want to work for us then? So I can make it better and more efficient. Instantly hired. I'm not even gonna texture it. I just want to leave it like that. Also, what's with the grid? Hold on. How do I disable the grid? Oh well. It's beautiful how lazy this is. Triumph of the human condition, more like triumph of sheer laziness. Now I feel almost as lazy as people who punch in prompts to AI art generators. I trim this side down a pixel. Alright, now I'm just gonna do a wee bit of anti-aliasing. No texturing on the table. Finished product. Kind of anti-aliasing kind of haphazardly here. My eyes aren't working. I love that memes come from AI art, but people genuinely think that AI art can replace human creativity and call themselves artists. Yeah, man. I saw someone who, basically they found someone else's artwork right as they uploaded it. They stole it and they put it into that Chinese anime art generator and turned it to like crappy Genshin Impact art. And then they just like replied in the tweet and like made it better for you. Like, no you didn't, you just made everyone white. You just turned everyone into anime Genshin Impact characters. AI art in general, kinda sucky. But automation goes hard. Like Daynap AI pixel art interpolation. It's nice to just throw that on a couple animations every once in a while. You don't have to go too crazy with it, but it just like makes animation a little choppier. And you still have to like manually animate and stuff and tweak it and all that. It's not like you're just punching in prompts like, you know, AI art dudes. The future is now thanks to science. Well, speaking of crappy AI interpolation, have you guys seen that that video of like someone using AI interpolation on Studio Ghibli food? The funniest part about AI is instead of whitewashing characters, it sometimes turns them into street monkeys or whatever. Yeah. What's funny, in like China, they have like a population of black people like 0.01%. They are an incredibly monogamous, or not monogamy. Monogamy is like relationship status monogamous. I mean like they're very, very, what's the word? It's a very dense population of just Chinese people and no one else. And because of that, there's often like intense systematic racism in China. So like all the AI that they feed this stuff into, they usually just take. Reconnection successful, it says. Ayo. Oh, we back? The moment I start making fun of the Chinese AIs. Ayo, are we back? I just restarted the stream real quick. I just keep getting disconnected. This connection is excellent. I have a bit rate of like 100 kilobytes. What are you talking about? Excellent connection. What the heck is happening? What? Hey, what the heck? Sorry, hold on. I'm having really bad connection issues. Alright, I think we're good now, right? What the heck was that? It was the Chinese. It was the Chinese hackers. They're after me. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's it, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If this keeps happening, I'll probably take like a water break. Might eat, I don't know. I think I'm all done for the soup for now. I'm probably just gonna upload this to Pixelart as is. My favorite part about being inactive on Pixelart is whenever I post something really bad, it just stings that much more. Because I'm like, yeah, I could probably draw something good, but have you tried soup? I feel bad for the followers. They're here for good art, and all they get is, like, soup. Soup. Alright, I'm gonna upload this, and it's gonna hit my gallery in like 5 minutes. Dude, they've streamlined the uploading process so hard. I remember like back then, it used to take like 2 to 3 days for something to finally hit the gallery. And now it like gets approved in like 15 seconds. It's insane. Select application, Aseprite, public visibility, upload. Upload hits in T-minus 15 minutes. Yeah, last year it took days. It was horrible. Now it's like a matter of minutes. It's crazy. I almost wonder if it's just Summers of Calamity. Because they're on like all the time being a hardcore mod. Or awkward. Yeah, Summers and Awkward are like single-handedly holding up pixel art. The moment they leave, like, pixel art's dead. Like, that's just how it works. Oh my gosh, remember when like everyone on pixel art was like starting a revolution against BioNerd? That was hilarious. By the way, what happened with that Pixel Planets collab from earlier this year? What do you mean Pixel Planets? I'm not aware of that. Is that like a low spec or a pixel art Discord thing? I'm pretty out of touch when it comes to the pixel art community, if I'm being honest. If you mean the one that I made, that's like ancient. That's like 2019. Yes, the ancient times, 2019. Oh, how the times have changed since then. I can't remember, was DD-DD in 2019 or 2020? I feel like it was 2020. You have to go? I'll probably end stream here, actually, if I'm being honest. It was fun having you. See you, Punoli. Wait, holy crap, it's 5 o'clock. That was 3.5 hours of drawing 3 icons and soup. Good grief. Talk about time well spent. Now I have 3 pixelated soup PNGs. Anyways, I'll probably end stream here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, at least as far as you did. I appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you. Good night.